While Georgetown remains the epicenter of the coronavirus disease in Guyana, some outlying regions have not been spared the effects of the deadly virus. This newscast reached out to the Regional Health Officer of Region 1 to glean insight into plans to tackle the virus, but he declined to offer an interview. The regional chairman, Brentnell Ashley, as well as chairman of the Matakai Subdistrict, NDC, Orlando Thorne, and Mayor of Mabruma, His Worship Chris Fang, offered some comments about the virus in the region. Meanwhile, a discussion with Orlando Thorne, the chairman of the Neighborhood Democratic Council in the Matakai Subdistrict, revealed that there are no confirmed cases in Matthews Ridge, Port Kaituma, nor Arakaka. He also spoke of persons not adhering to the social distancing guidelines and was able to shed some light on the ability to quarantine and possibly isolate persons who might test positive for the virus.
We don't have any confirmed case or any suspected case in the Matakai sub-region. No test was carried out as yet, but we keep monitoring the situation at the port of entry, that's via air and via the boat system. It's public knowledge that we have a new hospital, the Port Kaituma District Hospital, and so we have facilities to accommodate both the persons for quarantine and isolation. I think it would accommodate about 50 persons or so. Generally, for the curfew, persons are adhering to the curfew, the 6 to 6 curfew, but we still seeing persons still not practicing social distancing. That's a major concern, especially in the waterfront area of the Port Kaituma end. I think that's the only the major concern is, the person still not adhering to social distancing and using the mask.
This newscast inquired of the regional chairman what measures are currently in place to prevent the spread of the virus throughout the region, and this is what he had to say.
The entire region is following the COVID-19 guidelines that were put out by the National Task Force on COVID-19. The WHO PAHO guidelines, health guidelines, that is to ensure that people practice social distancing. They wash frequently their hands, ensure that they wear a mask. Some villages would have taken decisions to have lockdowns, such as Waramiri in the Moruca sub-region. Moruca, Santa Rosa as well, would have taken the initiative to have a lockdown. I learned that the boat services from Moruca to Charity to Moruca is now suspended as of yesterday, I believe.
Meanwhile, in the township of Mabruma, Mayor Chris Fang confirmed that there was one case of the coronavirus disease in that community, but that person has since recovered.
There was one confirmed case, and that individual has fully recovered. She's back home with her family, which we're glad for. And she's been fairly okay at the moment.
The mayor stated that several tests were carried out subsequently, but all returned negative. As it relates to quarantine and isolation facilities, the mayor had this to say.
We do. We have two areas that we are have prepared for such cases, but it's to a limit, I should say, because if we have like more than 10 or so, I don't think we would be able to handle so many cases.
He also spoke to adherents to outline measures to prevent the spread of the virus. The mayor lamented that persons are not doing so.
Well, quite honestly, what I have seen is that persons, they are not actually taking this whole situation as serious. Because, for example, persons not using the mask, when you go into the shops, you're still seeing persons crowded. Maybe it have like one or two shops who would have the little social distancing, the 6 feet apart. But not all the shops. When you go into the shopping center, which is in Kamaka, you're still seeing persons out there who are crowded. The places are crowded when you see people, they're not using the mask and so on.
This newscast will continue to investigate cases of COVID-19 throughout the regions of Guyana. Reporting for HGP Nightly News, I am Wendell Badrie.